Hello. We are here at the White House in Washington, D.C. Hello, SJG. And I'm going to flip it around real quick. And that is the Washington Monument. And there is the Hello Silgram back. There is the Jefferson Memorial. I'm standing just south of the Hey Marcos. Jimmy, how you doing? I'm standing just south of the White House Oval, north of the Washington Monument. I'm going to flip it around, and there is the White House. Cool. Hey, Zaranath. Hello, hello, Jimmy. And in a moment here, I will take off the zoom lens. Hey, DG Mike. All right. I know you on Twitter. Not wine. Okay, so now the zoom lens is coming off, and we will see the tourists. Okay, so you see, that's without the zoom lens. Hello from Russia, my free life. Hello, how are you? So we got the tourists. Hello, Jimmy Vanagan's father-in-law, the farmer, right? So there is the Washington Monument. Right down there, by the way, that's my zoom lens right there. But right there, above the zoom lens, is the Jefferson Memorial. So I put the zoom lens back on, and so we can make out as soon as it. There we go. And that was like the only monument. Hey, Flubsy, how you doing? So now we're gonna go back. These are folks that are taking pictures. Yeah, that lens really helps. Yeah, Arielkins. Cool as them. $10. $10 on Amazon. But for $20 you get the package, and then it has fisheye and also macro for close up. I was using the macro this morning to show off my 3D printer. So, hello, country sky. There we go. So there is the zoom lens. $10. I know, well, it's not. There's actually some really expensive ones that have image stabilization, but this one doesn't have it. So you notice it's a little bit shaky. I've gotten a little better. And so you can see across the way here, you got all the folks lined up. Cool beans. Cool beans. And actually, I was surrounded. I was completely surrounded by tourists. Now actually, look, I'm here with my. I keep on showing. Everybody seems to like my kick bike. This is my mode of transportation. So here we have my no pedals, no seat. It's from Finland. Go to kickbike.com. No, I live here. I live about 10 blocks from here. In fact, if you go to my profile, and there's a bunch of recents this morning, and I got up at 4 a.m. to check on my 3D printer because I'm 3D printing robots, little robots. And then since I was up and since I had gone to bed early, I said, you know what? And I went down to the Capitol Dome at 5:30, and for 50 minutes I periscoped the sunrise, and so we saw the colors and the light change. Then so the Capitol Dome is off in that direction, and then I came down the National Mall to the Washington Monument, and then I clipped. Good day, sir. ABR3 Go, and then I clipped my my smartphone to my bike. So I've got that little thing right there. I can slip my and I even have there's my power, my USB power right there. And then the Washington Monument is on a hill, and then I swoop down the hill. Genius, yeah, thank you very much. This box, I make the little robots out of Arduino and Raspberry Pi, and this was a box in which one of the components came in, and you see it's zip-locked to the bike. Anyway, then I went on down that way, all the way to the Lincoln Memorial, and then I ended up on the river. I was excited, and the thing was, I was wandering around, and I accidentally wandered over by the Korean War Monument, and because I'd never been to the hello from Kansas City, our Mary Ska, and so I'm wandering around the Korean War Memorial, and I'm thinking, is this the Vietnam War Memorial? Hello from Russia, you're back. Saw some of my early stuff. Anyway, Mr. Rimp gets the credit. That's right, Mr. Rimp. Mr. Rimp. Mr. Rimp has his own Periscope account, which I've not used. He's not used yet. Oops, I almost let the cat out of the bag. Anyway, so that's my bike, and I'm sticking to it. It's a lot of work. I guess I'll zoom in on the White House again. I do like the effect of the fountain. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. The House of Fluff. Hello, House of Fluff. Yeah, it's called a kick bike. Go to kickbike.com. Got to save data. Yeah, thanks, Chuck. Yeah, you got to get unlimited. I got unlimited. I tell you, I got my batteries. I had 3 extra batteries, and I got unlimited 4G data. I paid $10 extra a month, and man, I don't care about data anymore. Looks like a real scope. Yeah, it is kind of like that. Yeah. I suppose I could just leave it pointed at it. Look at all the hearts I'm getting. I should just come down here and just point it at the White House. Yeah, Jimmy, get yourself a scope. And then get the fisheye lens as well, because that's great for walking around. Oh, you have... Yeah, I love it. Osider. Osider has T-Mobile unlimited data. I've been to St. Petersburg. I took a Baltic cruise. Stopped at Helsinki, Estonia, and Stockholm. So, man, I tell you, thank you very much for all the hearts. Wow. Super, super. Absolutely. My... Hello, dear.
Hello, dear. How are you?
By the way, you're on Periscope, so careful what you say.
What?
I'm I'm streaming Periscope, so I'll. Do you want to meet someplace in between here? I'm at the White House.
No, I'm going to go get my nails done at 11.
Okay.
So
what time is it now?
It's 10:15.
Okay, all right.
So
when do you think you'll get your nails done? I mean, when will they be finished?
Probably 12:30, but then we need to do a lot of things this afternoon.
All right, I will email you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Now, is that cool or what? So when I get a phone call, now unfortunately you can't hear me, but it is pretty cool that you can hear hear the incoming call. So I kind of warned her, jump over that fence, see what happens. Yeah. Nah, I think I'll pass on that. Okay, you're back, Chris Stratton. All right, we're putting people like the zoom, so I'm gonna put the zoom back on. I got a zoom lens. I did. Of course we mostly were just there to see the museums and so forth. But it looked really cool, and we walked along the river there. What was super nice was how that's the White House. Yeah, I know. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? I discovered that yesterday. Actually, I was periscoping. Yeah, it is nice. I did. You know what? I like this view better because I don't know what this is called, but this porch on the back I think is more symmetric. Yeah. Unfortunately, on the phone calls, I think you can hear the person calling in, but can't hear. That's called the White House with a capital W and a capital H, and that's where the president lives. Portico, you got it, Portico. Exactly, that's what I was thinking it was Portico, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong. Oh, you could hear both of you. Okay, so you could hear me. Okay, I just think that's pretty cool that someone can call me while I'm on Periscope. That's a house. Well, it's a big house. Actually, it's there's a restaurant on the other side of the trees where you can have a drink on the roof, and you can look down on the White House, and it doesn't look that. It actually doesn't look that big. I think it's like 130 rooms. So, well, what was I was thinking? Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to mention was. So there's every once in a while you'll see people walking around on the roof of the White House. Celebrities. I think the President of the United States lives in the White House. I do. That's the clip-on lens right there. That's what I have, and it's $10 on Amazon. But for $20 you can get this plus a fisheye and a macro. With macros for close-ups. And but here's my story. So DuPont Circle is where all the embassies are. They call it Embassy Row. And so there were a bunch of high school folks walking around, and they were saying, "Wow, look at all these beautiful embassies. These are the embassies of all the different countries." And some kid said, "Hey, where's the U.S. Embassy?" And so I felt like saying 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Hey, Wonder Woman. Okay. People seem to like the selfie centers. Look at that. Okay, so I need to put the zoom lens back on. So I've got the zoom lens on. Hi. I tell you, that's great. Put on the zoom lens, get hearts. Okay, I got it. Bear Andrews. Andre. Truman called the big, yeah, that's kind of what you often, you're basically, everybody's looking at you and you don't have any privacy and so forth, so. But it's great to have a historian. One of the things I've been walking around here in D.C. and people have been correcting me. Lamecca, McCree, great camera, iPhone. No, this is an Android. This is a Motorola X, Moto X, which I like a lot. I think my wife. I wonder if Trump will actually live there. If he gets elected, I suspect he would. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance associated with being president, and pomp and circumstance and ego would seem to go together well. So, wow, my texts are coming late. Yeah, I found, it's interesting to see how, and sometimes I'll show, yeah, you're welcome. Tourists, there was just a whole passel of them here. I was in a big crowd of them, and now they've gone, so that's fine. I love DC. Like 10 seconds late, yeah, that's, so, every once in a while, there won't be any comments, and I'll only see them on the replay. So, someone taking a picture of me, taking a picture of him. Yeah. Well, I'm going to flip it around. And that is the Jefferson Memorial. You can see the tourist buses. And that is the base of the Washington Monument. So I can take off there we go. And that's my means of getting around. Yeah, it's a beautiful over there. The tidal basin. You can rent a boat and paddle around. So what else is going on? Oh, we have a plane landing at Reagan National. So let's put it on here, and you'll see the plane. Oops. You'll see the plane. Where'd the plane go? I lost the plane. Oh, well. Anyway, there are folks playing sports over there. Dodgeball, football, soccer. And take that off. We'll see, we've got our requisite. Now watch this. This is so cool. If I put on my zoom, I'll get hearts. Hey Lee, watch this. Automatic hearts if I put on zoom. See how that works now? Now watch, I'll take it off and the zooms will quit. The hearts will quit. Oh, that experiment didn't work so hot. Okay, so I'll put, maybe it's the delay. Yeah, there we go. So we have a good shot of the tourists in front of the White House, or behind the White House, or south of the White House. Damn, nice hearts. I should just sit here all day. Hey Lee, tell us your embarrassing story about your visit to the White House. Don't leave out any details. Lee's about to tell us an embarrassing story about a visit to the White House. I have no embarrassing stories about visits. I was standing out front, okay. So Lee was standing out front. And asked people where it was. Yeah. Well, hey, did you hear my story about I was walking along Embassy Row, and there were a bunch of high schoolers, and they said, "Oh, these are the embassies of all the nations in the world." And yes, I'm spying. And someone said, "Oh, where's the U.S. Embassy in Washington D.C.?" They said, "Where is the U.S. Embassy?" So I felt like saying 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, because that'd be the White House. Principal representation. Yeah, the White. Most people say that. Most people say that. There's the W Hotel has a wonderful bar on the roof. You can actually literally look down. Any ledges to lean phone on? Isn't that interesting? Yeah, there is. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, I do have like a tripod, but I've gotten better. Now, if I take off the lens, you can see the difference. So that's my $10. It's funny how that's my it clips onto the phone like that. So let's look at the tourists. Tourists. Hey, I'm an Aussie. That's my excuse. Okay. And okay, so we're looking south. Well, hey, good time. Getting repetitive. Oh, it's interesting. I never noticed this. I can see the chandelier being lit inside the White House. Yeah, if you look at that center window, on the other side is Lafayette Park. No, they're universal. In fact, what you can do is you can see it's adjustable. See, you can, that little slot there means you can adjust it so it fits any phone. Okay, there we go. Well, does anybody have any questions? Thank you for the hearts. Yeah. Kind of hard to like stop the video as long as the hearts are coming. Oh, I can see. Yeah. Oh, police are concerned. Someone was starting to do something that was not approved of. See the guy on the bike? The guy standing there, they have police on their the backs of their vest and shirt. So here we got the tisk tisk. So I think if I'm lagging because I lost connection, okay. Glad to have you back. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. Yeah. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? So how does one get to Carnegie Hall? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Practice. That's correct. That is one. I looked the history up of that one time. It goes back. It's connected with Jack Benny, but there's something before Jack Benny. Yes, lots of squirrels. In fact, there are more squirrels per whatever unit space. Hope to now. Thank you for joining. DC also has black squirrels, and the black squirrels originally came from like the northern or the southern rim of the Grand Canyon, and they were in the park, the national park here. And then the black squirrels escaped from the park, and they've spread throughout the city. So that's where the black squirrels. They're really beautiful. Some of them have like almost in the sunlight. They have like golden specks in their black fur. Very nice. Yeah, there was like a vaudeville connection. Hey, One Beach dude. So yes, it is difficult to find parking in DC, which is why I was so delighted yesterday when I found parking along the Potomac because we were up so early. Henny Youngman, I think, yeah, I forget. I guess Honey Youngman would be younger than Jack Benny, so I'm not sure what the... Come on, you're sitting in front of a browser. Must be able to surf someplace. Tell us. I'm sure they're probably everywhere. I mean, these guys right here, I don't know, they're probably park police. What do I do? I'm a kind of medical software person. Yeah. Hey, D-Moves. D-Moves. Hey, Jimmy, are you still on there with your father-in-law? Or I think you made a remark about having to save data. I have unlimited data. Ha ha ha. $10. That's it right there. $10. $10 on Amazon. Here is Andrea. Okay. And no, I don't remember. Oh, Praxoft? Oh, for medical software? No. Well, yeah, medical practice. All kinds of stuff. I'm sort of... Gotta find out what's happening here. The guy blew his whistle and he pointed it emphatically. Yeah. Okay. Oh, cute dog. Cute dog. Gee, I guess I could just stand here all day as long as my battery holds out. No dogs. Well, $10. They're literally dozens of, and they all work the same way. But you can. I bought a package, and you can get a fisheye lens, and a fisheye lens allows you to everything within 180 degree sphere gets scrunched, and that's great for walking around crowds. No, it actually has a. Well, here's the thing. It has a focus. But you have a dynamic focus in your smartphone, and so you kind of all you have to do is get it approximately right, and then your phone kind of will take over. And then the third lens that I got was macro, which is for 6 inches and for close-up stuff. So, and I used that this morning to show off my 3D printing. I had a 3D print that took 12 hours to print, but the last half hour it screwed up. So you just search for zoom lens for phone, exactly, and you will find, like I said, it is cheap and commoditized technology. You will find hundreds, dozens, many dozens. Okay, I'll put the zoom lens back on. The heart slowed down. Okay, let me adjust it. It works pretty good. I thought that it would be too shaky, but actually it does work pretty good. And especially right now, now I'm holding it with both hands. See, now that's about as steady as I can get it. Hey, Griscons. MC Ross. PZ32. There's the... oh, they just turned the sprinklers on. See that? By the way, as I was coming up the hill to the Washington Monument, which was immediately behind me, they turned the sprinklers on, and I was right in the middle of them. I didn't get drenched. Yeah, these are pretty good. Well, they do it right. It'd be funny if they made a mistake. The computer made a mistake and started spraying the tourists. Look at the selfies. Selfie. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I don't know what the state of DC's water supply is. One would think that it wouldn't be too bad. Not like out in California these days. Some guy looking at the map, trying to figure out what they wanted to go do next. Okay, let's flip it around here. Yeah, right. That's me. kind of hot and sweaty, and I haven't shaved because it's weekend. Hey, look. All right. I don't think I'm going to get very many hearts doing that, so let's try to flip it around. Selfie. There we go. It's in my ear. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, go ahead, please. No, it's going actually that way. So a couple of guys are like, it's not standing in front of me, but Ford's Theater. Yeah, I'll probably go right by Ford's Theater. Watch this. So watch this. Watch me stick the Washington Monument in my ear. Okay, watch this. Ow! Ow! Okay. I'm trying to flip it around, and it's not. So, there we go. All right. Okay. Well, at some point here, my battery will run out. I won't have any viewers. My arm will get tired, or I will run out of video room on my phone. So this is not. It is not possible that this can go on forever. Hello, No Cal Joe Bud. Hi again. Yeah, you're back. Thank you very much. Kind of curious how people found this. Was it any of you guys come in via the map? I've been using the map recently. I love Martin Luther King, and yeah, they're very nice. Hanukkah battery. I'm not sure what a Hanukkah battery is, but I have 3 batteries. Hello, Gail Crick. And there's something interesting here to the left, right there. I wonder what it is. I should go over and take a look at it. That sounds cool. So, okay, let's go investigate this thing over here. Okay, so the directions of the compass. And it's impossible for you to read it, but I can barely read it. It says, point for the measurement of distances from Washington highways of the United States. Okay, so this is literally the center of Washington, D.C. So when you are so many miles away from Washington, D.C., this is the point right here that they measure the miles to. Isn't that cool? Starting point, you can't read it, but there's words here. Starting point of first transcontinental motor convoy over the tripod, right there. I should get a tripod, but I'm the tripod. Of the Lincoln Highway. Oh, Lincoln Highway is famous. I've been on the Lincoln Highway. Lincoln Highway, gosh, I'm trying to. So 0 milestone. Is this cool or what? Apropos is Washington's a survey. Absolutely. Actually, there's something I want to mention there in a moment. So let's see what this says over here. Starting point, second transcontinental motor convoy of the Bankhead Highway. I don't know what the Bankhead Highway is. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know what this was. I'm going to walk back over here. And basically so I can lean against this fence. Feels good to lean. Okay. Put the zoom lens back on. Zoom lens always... People seem to like the zoom lens. Yeah, there we are. Hello, R. Thompson 14. I think my phone can't decide whether to focus on the tourists or the portico of the White House. Yeah. Hey, thanks for inviting followers. I feel like I should be thinking of like original things to say. Look, folks are getting their picture taken. kind of a nice shot right there. I should screen capture that and get their email and send that to them. So we were just over checking this thing out. This is like the center of Washington, D.C. So when you're driving to Washington, D.C. and it says X miles to Washington, D.C., hey, hi again. That's actually what is being measured. This is literally the center of Washington, D.C. right here, or it is sort of statutorily determined or been. Hey, Adam DJ. Wonder how my battery is doing. I think I've done about 2 or 3 hours. Hey, Authority Dude. So we got the aliens connect that. Yeah. There's probably like this laser beam that comes out of this thing and goes into the sky. Yeah. Whit Washburn, thank you so much. On top of the brass. The brass on top is a directional thing. North, northwest, south, that kind of stuff. Oh, we got something going on here. He's telling him what not to do. Hey, Daniel. He's pointing at people. Listen, I actually ran into this. I actually took my bike down this little area right there, and they just jumped out and said, knock it off, get out of there. I am watching through one of these things. That's a zoom lens. Zoom lens, 10 zoom. 10 zoom. It's very helpful. Balbori, hello, how are you? Oh, cool. And it's adjustable. See that little slot right there? That's so you can, so if you have different sized cameras, and if your camera is like different, I'm not sure about 400X, it does 10X. Hey, David B. King. 10X is what it does. Most of these come in 8X and 10X, apparently. So, what's that say? Howlsville Playa. Thank you very much for showing up. And you can see all of the... Okay, we got to do something about that. Okay, see if I can fix it. Blur. Okay, is that better? Is that sharper? There's a funny interaction between the... Yeah, low light, it is good. Yeah, I don't know about low light. Zoom tends not to do well in low light for me, but... because you don't have as much incoming light, so because you have a smaller. The Melon Head 007 better, yeah. Okay. I will have to say, earlier I had as many as like 500 people on an earlier Periscope. Everybody's very nice. I was posted to the White House in the WMO. Valerie Garcia, thank you for showing up. People getting pictures. Yeah, Atticus, hope so. David B. King, amazing. For how long? Ah, White House military office. I never heard of it. Never heard of that. Huh. It's interesting. I didn't know there was a military detail. I guess it would be more for ceremony or actual guarding. People taking pictures. Marine Guard, okay. You weren't the guy who was based at Marine Corps Barracks over in Capitol Hill, were you? on 8th Street. We had a Marine earlier. Ah, okay. Marines do the guarding. Yeah, thank you. What was the dude from North Korea taking? Yeah, I don't know what. There's a lot of selfie taking down here. I tell you, especially on the other side. I mean, it's just amazing. I've seen like dozens of selfie sticks out all at the same time. So, the folks. Huh. The White House Military Organization, or whatever. I never heard of it. Interesting. Learned something. My dad was in the Navy for 20 years on a nuclear sub. Hello, WIL joined. Okay, real talk. So, you know, when construction started, 1792, completed. Thank you very much. You're doing your research. I've learned a lot. You know, I try to read the Wikipedia page before I show something on Periscope. John Strata. And so many movies shot from that very spot. Yeah, it's a pretty famous spot. Hey, Bracy. So we got our, that is the center of Washington, D.C. right there. That is, when you were driving to Washington, D.C. and it says 50 miles to Washington, D.C., that is the point from which they measure. And it is also the point from which a convoy. So bubbleheads, huh? I don't remember. I'll you know, it's been a few decades ago. I'm trying to remember what some of the nicknames. My dad was a master chief, served under Rickover, who developed the nuclear sub program. Okay, time to put the zoom lens back on. Okay, I gotta like keep adjusting it. Thank you very much. Army fed many men, yeah. Army travels on their stomach. There we go. So that's my zoom lens. I think it's actually kind of fitting to have all the tourists constantly in front of the White House. Thanks for the hearts. We got folks smiling in. Yeah, $10. $10 on Amazon. West Wing dates to 1901. Interesting. So, 100 years difference. Was that right? Gonna spend an hour. Well, that's kind of what people do. TX Bell. Well, people do keep on showing up. Thank you very much. Yeah, or no. I think those are, gosh, I've looked before. Yeah, I do see guys up there. Yeah, you can see the people on the roof. I think those are people on the roof. So do you, yep, there they are. Do you see the two guys in black walking around on the roof of the White House? So bored. First Oval Office, 1909. A fount. Yeah, look at the guys in black on the roof, walking around. Secret Service snipers. There's two guys in black walking around on the roof. White House down. See them walking around? See the guy walking over to the left now. Right in the middle. Oh yeah, I'm sure there are. Very cool. Look at that. kind of cool. Gives you a sense of scale. So this guy is checking. Oh, he's going down the stairs, but this guy is remaining right there, right by the. That's pretty cool. Someone on Periscope noticed them before I did. Periscope doesn't have the highest resolution, but it does pretty good. Yeah. Guessing, yeah. Well, thanks for everybody who showed up. Hi, Chuck from San Bernardino. I am I'll follow you back. Okay, cool. Olympus, yeah, I did see it. That was fun. Weather like is, something going on. There are certain places they don't want people to walk. You're welcome. No jumping the fence. I want to be Secret Service. It would be a cool job. Okay, well, I'm going to... you're welcome. Welcome. Anyway, I'm repeating myself. I would remember when you would have... Yeah, I can remember that too, actually. So that's how I got here. And there's the Washington Monument. And to the right of the Washington Monument is... it's a scooter, but it uses sort of bike technology. So it's got, the caliper brakes. Yeah. I thought, when did they close off Pennsylvania? Wasn't that after 9/11? I don't think it was before then. Anyway, let me zoom in on the Jefferson Memorial. Right there. There is the Jefferson Memorial, which is on the tidal basin, which is almost right on the Potomac. Thank you very much for thanking me, Hal. After 9/11, yeah. Anyway, the problem is I'm sure my battery is low, so I'm gotta go. It is not raining, but it is gray, which is fine with me because it's keeping it cooler. But it wasn't nice. Oh, here comes a plane. We're gonna get a plane going right over the. There's gonna be a plane going right over the Jefferson Memorial. Hello, Mark, from the White House. Hello from the White House. So we lost it. Plane is, yeah. Sometimes you see them go overhead. Okay, well then that's, oh well. Hello from the White House. It's interesting when you give these, I do these long scopes. And then I kind of like say the same thing over and over again because I figure people are, that's the center. External battery, especially for, yeah. So I got my battery in my pocket. See? So I'm on my third battery. I've probably done 3 hours of periscopes. Hey, you just got followed by a bunch of people. You're welcome. Thank you. Weed is legal. Yeah, I got a funny story about that. Not involving me specifically. So this was in the newspaper. So it was like a couple of days after it was legal to have up to a couple ounces of marijuana. Yeah, it used to be the case that my phone freezed. I haven't had any problems since the most recent update. Anyway, so this guy gets arrested for nothing to do with marijuana, and he's in jail overnight. And then the next day, I don't know. I don't know the question to that. I think what I read is if you want to buy it, it's got to be medical. And so there's medical places you can buy it, and I'm sure there's all kind of subterfuge and so forth that you can use. The second thing is you can grow it, and so apparently you can grow up to 4 plants, but no, the plants can't come to whatever flower or, yeah, they can't all be, only smoking in residence. Yeah, although you smell it. Technically still illegal on federal law. Anyway, so this guy gets out of jail, and of course they're giving him back his cell phone and his wallet and his money, and then he looks at the sergeant and he says, "Hey, what about my marijuana?" And then the guy looks in the box, and there's this bag of grass, and he hands it back to the guy. And then they both looked at each other, and like, oh, that's really weird. So the one guy says to the sergeant, he says, has that ever happened to you before? And the sergeant says, nope, it hasn't happened to me before. So, oh, what the heck? I'm putting on my zoom lens. I think I've put on my zoom lens and taken the zoom lens off about 30 times so far. I could just run this till my. What I've found is if a scope, if I run out of battery, and my phone shuts down in the middle of a periscope, it's 10, power of 10. Then I can't recover the video to upload to YouTube. Well, I'm not going to upload this to YouTube. It just isn't a terrible thing to say. Not worth it, because you can't see the. And that's the end of the story. Yeah, right. Could use. Yeah. I haven't investigated that yet. I still like to on Catcher though. Do the comments eat lunch on the roof of the wire? I bet you they do. Look, I can still see them. There's the guy right there. There's two of them, and there's one guy standing there next to the up on the upper right by the chimney. Yeah, I got the grass. So the policeman had to give the guy. No, I don't do catch. I'm sure they are. I'll wave. Look, I'm waving. I'm waving at the Secret Service sniper. Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I like living in D.C. D.C.'s cool. They do look tall and buff, even from this angle. So, I mean, this distance. I'm sure there are. I bet you there are anti-missile, anti-aircraft stuff up there, too, as well. Yeah, so we got a nice family here getting their picture taken. Yeah, I could just let this run until my battery dies. Yeah, most secure. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know about that. Whether it's the most secure building in the world. It seems like it wouldn't be big enough. I mean, size seems relevant because you want to have a distant, controlled, and established perimeter. I wonder if they're developing an invisible shield around the White House. Well, like a force field. Someday, I'm sure, when all of the Star Trek technology has been invented, I'm sure there will be a big force field, basically around everything. Like that TV series a couple of years ago about a bubble, invisible bubble, around some town up in the northeast. I don't know if you can see it. Right in the middle there, I can actually see the chandelier lights, little dots. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate it. Folks taking pictures. That's the center of Washington, D.C. right there, that metal thing. The PEOC. The People's... You tell me what PEOC is. Okay, and I'm guessing, is that underground? I'm guessing it is. Presidential Emergency Operations Center. Wow. That's one of the... It's... So I started in front of the Capitol, went down the mall, went by the Washington Monument, then the Lincoln Memorial, the Korean, and then the Vietnamese War Memorial. And basically, I read like a couple of Wikipedia pages, and everybody was correcting me right and left. I learned a lot. And someone even said, I'm just the legs. I just walk around with the camera. No idea what my battery life is right now. Have I seen Ford? I've not gone inside Ford Theater. I don't know if it's still there, but across the street they did a renovation. So there's like a 3-story museum. Is that pile of books there? It's a pile of books. There have been more books written about Lincoln except for, I think, Jesus. And there's a 3-story pile of books about Lincoln. The leader of the free world, blah, blah, blah. Only the best protection for him, yes. House where, oh yeah, I've not been inside that. No, I've not. However, the house where the boarding house where the nest of vipers, where the plot was hatched. Look, there's the guy putting up a selfie stick over the fence right there. Oh, he took it down. No, I have not. I have not toured the White House. My wife has. Let's see what's going on down here. Just the motorcycle. Well, are there secret passageways? I'm sure there are. But you're asking David King, I think. Is it David King? The guy who's so knowledgeable? Thank you for the hearts. Basically, I got a couple hours to kill. Yes, there are tunnels. I was at the White House during the motorcade. They wouldn't stop for anybody. Yeah, I tell you, when the motorcade goes by, of course, you don't even know that the president's in it, because I'm sure they have like 1 or 2 dummy ones. But it's impressive. You know, first the motorcycles go by. I mean, the motorcade's like 3 blocks long. Let's see. I was outside of Maggiano's in Friendship Heights when Biden was inside having dinner, and there was like a crowd of folks, Secret Service and. See, who have I famous? How much is the rent? It's expensive here. Not as expensive as New York. But, yeah, well, Washington, D.C., all the way up to Baltimore. I read this article that said in 20, 30 years, it's going to be like London. It's going to be 100 square mile metropolis. Just continuous development. Oh, the Zoom. $10, or you can get a package deal for 20 or 25, and you get 3. One's you got Zoom, and then this is 10 Zoom, and then you got Fisheye, and then Macro. And Macro's for like close up, like that close. And I use that for when I'm showing people the 3D printing. So, oh, people are taking pictures. Bush's motorcade held up, and an ambulance. Ooh, I didn't remember that. Were you were in D.C. at the time? Oh. Starting to get some sun out, so the White House is looking a little whiter now because the sun is coming out. And I still see the guy standing up there next to the chimney. When it snows, yeah, that's right, that is true. I was here in 2010, the snowpocalypse. We got 3 feet of snow in 2 days. As long as, oh yeah. As long as, yeah, you too. What's the line? What is the line? Well, the line, I think, is for people. These are just people standing around watching looking through the fence. So it's not really a line. Okay. I gotta go. I think I'm running out of battery. My arm's getting tired. Thank you, everybody who showed up. And I'm Wareflow on Twitter, WAREFLO. And thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Now, if I can figure out how to turn this thing off. But I found that you just have to, like, tap it a bunch of times. Yeah, that's right. That's what I heard. Yeah, it was the People's House. Who was that under the People's White House? Was it Andrew Jackson? I can't remember which president, encouraged people to actually tromp through the White House. Okay, bye-bye. I'm going to stop this broadcast if I can get the